So today is a great day for humanity because Charlie Kirk, the Zionist who took Jew money to support Israel and to lie to the American people to get us to support Israel, has been shot dead. And David Jewman, David A. Pacman, is virtue signaling about Charlie Kirk because David Pacman's very upset because Charlie Kirk was one of these non-Jew Zionists and they shot one of these non-Jew Zionist buddies of David Pacman. David Pacman loves these non-Jew Zionists because he agrees with them. He might even be one of the guys who is paying these non-Jew Zionists to support Israel because David Pacman loves Israel. And David Pacman gets very sad when Zionists are shot dead, but he does not get sad when Palestinian children are raped and murdered by Jews. And Jews have also stuck metal rods up the butts of Palestinians, and that also does not upset David Pacman. David Pacman does not care about those kinds of things. David Pacman only cares about when Jews are killed and when these non-Jew Zionists that Jews are paying money to get killed. So let's listen to what David Pacman has to say about Charlie Kirk.
Charlie Kirk has been killed, shot dead at an event in Utah.
Breaking news! You can find this anywhere else, but you have to hear it from me first. Yeah, thanks, David A. Pacman.
Where he was debating college kids, these events that he does. This is disgusting. It is appalling. We know nothing about the politics.
Do you think he thinks it's disgusting and appalling because he's just virtue signaling? Or do you think it's disgusting and appalling because, he's being paid to support Israel? Like, which one of those do you think it might be?
Politics or motivation of the shooter, it doesn't matter. If we learn
Actually, it does matter. It matters a lot. It matters who the shooter is a lot. What do you mean it doesn't matter? It matters, Pacman. Fuck's sake.
that it was some far left nut, I will denounce it. If we learn that it was a far right,
Oh, what a good Jew. He's denouncing it no matter what. He's such a moral guy, especially since he takes dark money from Jews.
right nut, I will denounce it. It does not matter. We do not,
It
under any
matters.
circumstances, solve political problems this way.
Yeah, but you solve political problems by committing genocide, though, Pacman. You solve them that way. So you're a liar. Yes, in fact, unfortunately, throughout human history, the one thing that has solved more problems, more political problems than anything else, is violence. And that's just me being honest about it. What, you never read Starship Troopers or at least watched the movie? That's one of the lines that from Ratchak, remember? Violence has solved more problems in human history than any other factor. That's just the truth. It's not wrong. Stop virtue signaling. Stop lying to your brain dead audience.
I know that many people are writing to me about, wasn't he an advocate of more guns in more places? I'm going to deal with that in a moment. Donald
Oh, shut up.
Trump announcing his death, saying the great and even legendary Charlie Kirk is dead. No one understood or had the heart of the youth in the United States of America better than Charlie. He was loved and admired by all, especially me, and now he is no longer with us. You don't have to have a positive view of Charlie Kirk the way Trump does to recognize the travesty that this
We don't need you to tell us that. We already know that, you idiot.
is. Now, I know that there are people out there who are saying, well, Charlie Kirk once said, some people dying is just the cost of having the Second Amendment or something like that. He advocated for more guns in more places. I don't care. I disagree with those sentiments, but now he is also a victim. And sometimes we need to take action to protect.
Why doesn't David Pacman have this kind of energy for the victims in Gaza? Why? Oh, because he's a Jewish supremacist. That's why. He cries about when the Shabbos Goy are shot dead, and we don't know who shot him. Could have, who knows? Maybe it was a Jew. I don't know. Maybe it was a false flag. Maybe it was one. Maybe it was a MAGA. Maybe it was a MAGA who was fed up with Charlie Kirk being a shill for Israel, a traitor, because that's what Charlie Kirk was. He was a traitor. He was a traitor to America.
Protect even people.
You're also a traitor to America, David Pacman. You Argentinian fuck. David Pacman's from Argentina. Not only is he a Jew, he's from Argentina originally. What the fuck are you doing here, dude?
People who would disagree with the actions that we take. So I think that what we need to do here is finally talk about the damn guns. And I know that
No, let's not talk about the damn guns. All right. I actually support the Second Amendment. I supported the Second Amendment long before October 7th and all the changes that I had to go undergo. Uh, I made a video talking about how more gun control does not mitigate violent crime or gun related violent crime. It doesn't mitigate either. It doesn't even mitigate spree shootings. It doesn't do any of that. But I don't want to get too much into that. Let's listen more.
it's popular to say after these instances and incidents, oh, let's not talk about the guns too soon because we're going to politicize it.
Yeah, yeah, like that's exactly what it is. That's exactly what that is.
Tensions are running high. It's not the right moment. It is always the right moment to talk about doing things to save people. And as
Then why don't you ever talk about the genocide going on in Gaza, David Jew man? Why don't you ever talk about that? Oh, that's right. It's because you're a Jewish supremacist that supports it, and you were taking dark money who was telling you not to talk about it, which you weren't going to anyway.
much as I disagreed with Charlie Kirk, I would rather him have been alive and convincible about other ideas, as unlikely as that might be, as becoming a victim
Convincible of other ideas. So you mean his Zionism, his support for the foreign country of Israel? You mean that?
of yet another victim of the gun violence problem that we have in this country. So there will be the normal dog and pony show, prayers. We need to deal with mental health.
Yeah, like this whole video is just David Pacman doing thoughts and prayers.
We need to
There's nothing genuine about this douche fuck. Nothing. He's a total fake.
deal with whatever. Yeah. And we need to deal with the guns and gun culture. Now, over the next minutes, hours, and days,
No, we need to deal with the traitors and the traitor culture. That's what we need to deal with. We need to deal with the traitors in this country who are loyal to the foreign country of Israel. That's what we need to deal with, not guns. For fuck's sake, we have a Second Amendment. What are you going to do? Pass another amendment to get rid of the Second Amendment? I think that's what he wants. At the end of the day, that's the only way you can do it. And if that were to happen, you would have a revolution. I'm telling you right now. There is no way people would accept that. Ever.
I'm guessing that we are going to learn more about the shooter. As of this moment, there's conflicting information.
Who knows? Maybe we won't. I mean, how much do we know about the first uh, would-be assassin that tried to assassinate Donald Trump? That guy had no social media footprint at all. Very suspicious.
There was video of a guy that they supposedly had that was the shooter. Later, it was announced that's not the right guy. We're eventually going to get all of the information. I am not under any circumstances going to celebrate this incident. And the last thing I want to say on that is when you see the stuff that Kirk said about guns and your instinct is to go, well, look at that. We're better than that. We say it doesn't.
Evidently, you're not better than that, Pacman. You're not better than that, Davy boy. You are worse than that because you took dark money. Do you think we have such a short-term memory that we forgot about that already? You fake fuck. What does this fucking Jew joker think he's fooling?
Doesn't matter what your views are. We don't want you to be a victim of gun violence.
Aw.
So that is what
Thanks,
we know right
Pacman.
now. A disgusting, disgusting tragedy. What else can you say?
No, today's actually a great day. This is one of the greatest days in human history. Fuck Charlie Kirk, that piece of fucking shit, that fucking traitor to the United States. Fuck him. Fuck him. What a degenerate piece of shit and a traitor to America. All right, he was a grifter who took money, who took Jew money to advance lies. In any other country, and in a much more moral and just country, he would have been arrested and tried for treason, just like every other fucking Zionist. And you're a traitor as well, David Pacman. So fuck Charlie Kirk, fuck David Jew man, David APAC man, and the typical virtue signaling from liberals, David Pakman did not disappoint there. All you're doing is you're reinforcing and validating all the stereotypes about you brain dead idiots. See you guys later.